everyone, thank you for joining me. My name is Kassandra, and today I'm continuing this elemental yoga series. This is a yoga practice themed around the element of air. Sometimes when we think about the element of air, we can think of someone that has their head up in the clouds. So it can be someone who's very breezy, and head up in the clouds can also mean that you're caught up in imagination. So this is another way that qualities of air relate to intellect. So it's your imagination, your intuition, your ability to think up ideas and different scenarios, but also really relating it to the heart, to this true essence of we are all connected through the same air that we breathe, no matter how close or far apart we might be. Whenever we're working with these elements, I'm trying to think about them in two opposites and two extremes. So quality of air can be very still, just the air around us that we breathe. It can be very peaceful, but then you can also think of like the other extreme and the other polarity of a windstorm and a tornado, so having like this tornado of ideas. And we're really trying to see how we can best embody those qualities and find balance within ourselves. Usually for these elemental classes, I'm doing yoga poses and guiding you through an asana class. But because we're doing the element of air, I wanted this to be a strictly pranayama practice. So this is all going to be different breathing exercises. And if you've never done breathing techniques before and you've never done pranayama with me, stick with it. You might be surprised by how much you enjoy it. So we'll do a few different ones together. And we're going to begin with one of my all-time favorites, which is breath of joy. I think this is a really wonderful one to connect with the spirit and the element of air. This one is actually done standing up. So you can come up as if you were going into mountain pose. And this is 3 quick inhales with 1 big exhale out the mouth. So you inhale through the nose 3 times and then exhale out the mouth once. It looks something like this. So just like that. Inhale, 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 let it out. Exhale. And we're going to do that 12 times. Breath of joy. So really focusing on cultivating this quality. Get grounded through your legs and you can have a little bit of a bounce through your knees. And whenever you're ready, let's begin our first of 12 rounds. Six more. Last one. Stay down, ragdoll. Hold on to the elbows, maybe sway a little bit side to side. Notice if you have a little bit more clarity of mind. And we'll just do 3 cleansing breaths from here. So we inhale deeply through the nose and let it out through the mouth with a big sigh. Twice more. And release fingertips down to the mat. Bend your knees. And you can come to take a seat. I'm just going to be kneeling instead of cross-legged, so sitting up on my heels. The next breathing technique we're going to do together comes from kundalini yoga, and they actually call this a pose rather than a breathing technique. So this is what you would call in kundalini like your seated twist sequence. And rather than telling you how many times we're going to do it, we're just going to be doing it anywhere from like 1 to 2 minutes. So however many that ends up being for you. You're going to bring the tips of your fingers up onto your shoulders and you're going to lift your elbows up nice and high. We're going to be inhaling to the left and exhaling, twisting to the right. So it's going to look like this. So they're pretty big breaths. And if you'd like, you can internally repeat in Kundalini Yoga. It would be Sat Nam. So Sat Nam, just internally repeating, which means true identity. So you can play with that if you'd like. And again, we're going to do this for about 1 to 2 minutes. Only twist as is comfortable to you. And you really don't need to rush this sequence. Inhale left, exhale right whenever you're ready. About 10 more. And slowly come back through to center. Rest your hands on your lap and really feel the effects of that breathing technique. Notice this activity that you've generated internally with the power of your breath. And opening the eyes, we'll come into Sama Vritti Pranayama, which is your box breath. You can either stay on your heels or you can just come to take a seat cross-legged. So this box breath is really meant to bring an ease to the mental fluctuations of the mind. So really calming and grounding things down. It's very simple. You're going to inhale for a count of 4, hold the breath for a count of 4, exhale for a count of 4, and hold the breath out for that same count of 4. And you can mentally visualize this square pattern, which is why we call it box breath, all equal, all in and out through the nose. So resting your hands on your lap. You can even take Yan Mudra if you'd like, thumb and index fingers together. Clear all of the air out. I'll guide you through this first round, and we're going to do it 10 times. So inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 1, 2, 3, 4. 9 more. 5 more rounds. Two more rounds. Last one. And breathe normally once you finish those 10 rounds. We'll just do one final practice together. You can open up the eyes. We'll do brahmari, which is your humming bee breath. This is really meant to bring your focus inward. So we're kind of clearing away any other distractions from our environment by tuning out the other senses. So you'll want to do this with eyes closed, and you can stay seated. I'm just going to use my index fingers to kind of block my ears. I'm kind of just pushing on the cartilage here instead of actually putting my fingers in my ears. And keeping the elbows up, we're going to do 10 rounds. I'll just demonstrate. You inhale through the nose, and then you make that humming sound as you exhale. So it'll look something like this. So just like that, 10 rounds. You might inhale for 4 or 5 and exhale for that same count of 4 or 5. Whenever you're ready, we begin. Five more. Two more. Release, hands on your lap, and come back to a natural breath rhythm. And just notice how you feel now as opposed to when we first began. So these qualities of air to be able to transform, to inspire creativity, to bring about quick thinking, like clearing the mental cobwebs. This deep breathing that connects us all. And the power of the breath that can both really energize us and at the same time calm us down. Noticing how you best connect to these qualities, which ones you might need the most in your day-to-day life. And we'll join our hands together at the heart, Anjali Mudra, closing by chanting Om one time. Inhale to chant, breathe deeply. Thank you so much, everyone, for doing this pranayama breath work practice with me. I really would love to know how you felt throughout this class. If this was your first time maybe doing exclusively a breathing exercise class, yeah, let me know how it went. Please do subscribe, and I'll link the playlist to all my other elemental yoga classes that I've offered in the past if you wanted to explore those and give them a try. Thank you again, and hopefully we'll practice again together soon.